An expected court challenge over a decision that could drastically reshape the election for governor this fall. Fraudulent signatures on the nominating petitions of 5 Republican candidates means they are ineligible for the August primary. That's because the State Board of Canvassers today deadlocked 2-2 on whether to allow the 5 of them on the ballot. A majority vote was needed. Deemed ineligible are former Detroit Police Chief James Craig and businessman Perry Johnson, along with 3 other candidates. Craig and Johnson say they'll ask the courts to intervene, barring a decision in their favor. A local political expert tells TV5's Kendall Keys what this could mean for upcoming elections.
2 of them who were disqualified by most current polls were the front-running candidates, and that's going to just throw things in a lot of turmoil for the August primary.
Former Detroit Police Chief James Craig and businessman Perry Johnson out of the race for governor at the moment. They were hoping for a shot at taking on Governor Whitmer this fall, but they and 3 others were deemed ineligible by the State Board of Canvassers. A stunning development, according to retired Mott College political science professor Paul Ruzicki.
This is the most surprising turn of events. I've never seen so many candidates disqualified. When you've got 10 candidates and 5 of them get tossed out, it's almost unheard of.
The Board of Canvassers acting on a recommendation from the State Elections Bureau. Its vote cutting the field of Republican hopefuls in half. The Bureau citing thousands of fraudulent signatures on nominating petitions and blaming the petition circulators, not the candidates themselves.
This was not a mistake. These circulators knew they were doing this. They did this deliberately. And staff is confident in saying that these signatures should not be counted.
Some of the people they used to gather signatures may have simply been out there for the money. There were claims that some were paid as much as $20 a piece for signatures.
Ruzicki says any legal challenge by Craig and Johnson is likely to face a challenge against a ticking clock.
There's a debate about whether it's got to go to an appeals court or the state Supreme Court first. The real problem, though, is they've got to decide this by June 3rd. Because they need to get the ballots printed to send out for absentee ballots for the military.
And with Governor Whitmer having the advantage of incumbency going into November, Ruzicki says today's development is likely to further strengthen her hand.
Probably it would end up being an advantage to her, particularly if it keeps out the 2 strongest candidates.
For WNEM TV5, I'm Kendall Keys.
The Republicans who remain on the ballot are Tudor Dixon, who recently was endorsed by the family of former Trump administration Education Secretary Betsy DeVos, real estate agent Ryan Kelly, businessman Kevin Rinke, Pastor Ralph Redbent, and chiropractor Garrett Soldano. New tonight.